He's not even named Bob. They call him Syrian Bob.
Right. I mean, I'm not sure I'm following you on the whole Syrian Bob issue that you're bringing up. But I will say this about.
But thanks for asking.
No problem. I will say this about Paul Harris, that he came to the table talking about making a full rule book to keep everything clear and, transparent, because that's what he's been talking about, transparency.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, the only thing we can see through is Paul's flimsy skeleton. Hey, did Halloween come a little early? Because I can see through that ghost.
Well, and I love the humor that you're bringing to the podcast. I think it really livens up what little I am doing.
Yeah, you are.
And I will say this: the only thing transparent about this podcast is that Paul obviously is friends with the guy from Transparent, because he's a bad guy.
A very bad guy. No good bones in that body. Trust me, I've seen the skeleton. No good bones.
Well, yeah, Paul, his bones perfectly align with those of Jeffrey Tambor of Transparent.
If you dug up Hitler's bones and put them next to Paul's bones, I wouldn't be able to tell who I was more upset with. I think Paul. I'm sick of Paul's bones.
Mm-hmm. No, I completely agree. I think a big part of the problem is that he wants to play this
Paul
game.
Has bones.
Well, is that he has bones and he wants to play this game of being a dictator. And I say this, to be a dictator, you got to have big dick. You know what I mean? And Paul don't got no big dick.
Yeah, and there's no bone in that dick.
he's got no bone.
He's got no bones to stand on.
Hey, dude, he's sitting on a little flat flab, dude. He got nothing down there.
Yeah, I've seen Paul's flab.
Yeah,
get out of here. But anyway, no, I find the controversy to be thrilling, yet it's being ignored vehemently.
Well, that's what's interesting, is that when we were at the end of the league and the controversy came up with you and Eric, it completely destroyed the league. I mean, the league couldn't exist after that, and yet this time, when the commissioner is accused of such evil deeds, foul play, we're just going to play on. I mean, I don't get it.
Oh yeah.
I mean, this is like helmet to helmet.
You know what it was? They were fearful of me. They knew I was too dominant.
They knew you were going to win.
That's right. I was a fearless shark swimming through the waters, and Paul was just a fucking bag of bones in the sea.
Right, and with no bone between his legs.
That's right. You know, he sent out his little henchman, Ricky, to stop me, and I didn't let him. And now I'm here as a special advisor to the league, and I find that horseplay, foul play, and that Paul should be dropping one skill player that everybody votes on that is of good value. Yes, Syrian Bob. Yes, Syrian Bob.
And I would definitely agree with Syrian Bob on that one. That there should be some sort of repercussion for this. I mean, I don't think we need to topple the whole league over it,
or just give me the $20 back. Come on, I need it, man. I gotta buy some Bitcoin.
Well, and my question to you would be, where did you put in $20? Because you're not in the league this year.
Oh, I mean for the repercussions of the last league I was in.
Oh, you're looking,
because I paid up in the early. That's right.
And you never got your money back?
Nope.
So so now that's a controversy. Who took the money? Because I never even paid in.
Oh yeah, I paid in the beginning.
So Paul owes you $20.
Plus the CPI of today's modern day inflation, which is 2.1% over the last 2 years. I'm looking at about, $20 and some change,
Well, that sounds right to me.
Yeah. Never got that 20 back.
Well, now, see, we're opening up a whole new can of worms on this because I didn't even realize that you had already paid for the league after
Oh yeah,
everything fell
because I
apart.
remember that was the whole thing where it was like nobody the first time around nobody wanted to pay up right away, and it was like, hey, we're all gonna pay in right away, right? And I was like, all right, well, here's my $20 anyway, and then like you know what happened, so I was like, all right, well, um, okay, and I knew like you didn't pay, and I think Bobby didn't pay, so
I mean,
and
this
I
is
was like, whatever,
what you're saying to me is despicable.
it is. I could garnish your wages.
Oh yeah, I mean that's like what 10 hours of labor for Paul.
Yeah. Picking up all those CDs and putting them back in order. So yeah, I am a little upset now that I know that I don't even have my $20 back.
Well, that is news to me. I thought nobody had paid, and so it was just a clean. Everybody broke from the league, but now I find out my friend Mike lost $20 on a joke league.
Yeah, I think somebody should post a message right now. Wink, wink, Jake. Thanks for asking. Demanding somebody help me get me my $20 back.
You know what? I'm on it right now. Give Mike
That's right.
his $20 back. This league can have no conclusion without Mike being Mike getting his way. Well, I've posted 2 chats.
Wow.
Is that what people say? Posted 2 chats? They say I.
Now,
What do they
now
say?
they say, yo, 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 check with it.
Well, Paul just said that he mailed it.
No, Paul is playing a farce. I'm serious. I never got anything.
Well, I'll say this. I just responded to him. I said wrong address. It's something's got to be done. That's the end of that. Are you eating something right now?
No. If that's what you hear, you're sadly mistaken. Okay, you got like little what? You got little bunny ears or something? Can't hear shit over there. No, I'm walking with a bottle of Gatorade. Thanks for asking, and it's swashing back and forth.
I didn't mean to assume. I was just trying to guess.
Well, thanks for asking.
You're welcome.
Oh yeah.
Well, getting beyond the drama and back into the league.
Yeah.
You know, I think for me personally, my team has been struggling a bit recently.
Yeah.
I've started 1 in 3.
Ooh. Yeah, that's not those aren't some hot numbers.
No,
Unless there's a couple of zeros after that 3.
Well, there is 1 0 in a number, and it's 0 for 0 ties.
Any commas?
No commas.
Dang, all I think about is commas. Yeah. There's gonna be some traffic noises. Is that gonna be a problem, or do you want me to start taking side streets again?
It's not a problem for me. If our listeners have a problem with it, they can kill themselves because that's being some picky people. You know what I mean?
Well, I think this is fine. I think this catches the real ambiance of the LA lifestyle I live.
I'm fine with it as long as you tell me what's intersection you're nearest.
I'm on Santa Monica, and I can't tell you the other road. Privacy reasons. Privacy data reasons.
Right. Because you know Google's going to be tracking that if you say it out loud.
That's right. Hey, you don't know what these apartment buildings are rigged with. What do you think? Why do you think California has so many homeless people? They're just data centers.
There's just
filled with useless information.
Big servers in all the empty buildings.
Yeah. yeah, data centers.
Mm-hmm. I can tell you this right now. I'm in last place in the division in the East division that I'm in, and it hurts.
Well, let me tell you this about football. This week I got my certified locks. I got the Bears going to England. Oh, Mike, and tearing apart the Raiders. Okay.
Okay.
And I got another certified pick. Jacksonville Jaguars beat the Carolina Panthers.
You think Gardner's going to lead them to a win?
I think so, because that guy is crazy cool. He represents all us average Joes. Well, not me. I'm not an average Joe. You know, Mr. Success over here. By the way, I want my $20 back. Thanks for asking. I think he's going to do it. And he represents a small breed of people.
Well, and what I like is that he did that video with the guy who played Uncle Rico in Napoleon Dynamite. Did you see that?
Oh, yeah. Listen, hey, Jake, we're cuffing. Hey, we might be two different people, but we got the same connection to the internet, man.
Well, that's because I've been paying your internet bill since you left it for California.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I can't afford anything.
Well, let me tell you this. Despite being 1-3, I am the highest scoring player in the league right now.
Yeah, see, and that's the thing. Like, a lot of those, they do the thing where, like, you play two games. You play the person playing, and then you play the average score of the league. So, you scored like 160, you lost to the guy who scored 180, and the league average was, what, 135? You technically won that. You broke even. You're 1-1.
Well, and that's what's crazy is that, so I've scored 449.8 points, but my opponents
Holy moly.
Right, but my opponents have scored 475.5, which is a lot. And then, so the guy behind me, who's number one in the league, 4-0, has scored 442 points, 7 points less than me, but he's only had 324 points against him. He's had literally
he's just gotten lucky with matchups.
Over 100 points less points that he's dealt with, and he's just won on luck. I'm over here racking up points. I've just played teams that have had one or two people go off every game.
Oh yeah, and there's some things you can't do it about. Like I got Darrell Williams in one of my leagues. Darrell Williams, guy took 2 touchdowns in this weekend. I picked it. You know what? You know how I drafted him? On accident. I just saw him. I was like, okay. And time was running out. He was on auto pick. I picked up Darrell Williams. Ends up being a back-to-back double-digit point scorer. So, you know, fantasy football, you can't trust it.
No, and I don't like it, and I don't like Paul Harris, and I think he's not a great commissioner anymore. He used to be cool. I used to like the stuff he had on his wall, and you know, I was just, you know, all I wanted was for him to get a better microphone, and then all of a sudden things change, and now he's worse than Hitler.
Oh yeah, I mean, look at their bones.
Right. I mean, you can't deny the bones situation.
I don't like Paul's bones. He can't stand on them.
No, they're flimsy.
Yeah. No, so that's the way I see it. I see. Here's the thing. Let me tell you something. Vikings stink. Patrick Mahomes is cool. Trubisky is most likely overrated.
Well, let me ask you this. Did you watch the Bears game?
I listened to it on the radio.
Do you think Chase Daniels should be the starting quarterback for the rest of the year?
No. Because we don't know. It would have been different if we saw. I would want to see the whole game with Mitchell Trubisky for Minnesota. If he played the whole game and it looked still very bad, Then I would consider if there was an injury, hey, let's ride the hot hand, which is now Chase Daniel. But right now, listen, Chase Daniel played last year. This same thing happened. He one good game where I was like, oh, hey, Chase Daniel, all right, hey, Chase Daniel, everybody. Wait, Chase Daniel? I don't want to chase Daniel. Daniel's a nice guy.
Mm-hmm.
They're like, hey, Chase Daniels. No, hey, buddy, it's not Chase Daniels. There's not multiple Daniels.
There's just one.
Chase Daniel.
Right.
It's two first names. Chase, comma, Daniel. Daniel, comma, Chase.
Wait, where's the comma?
When he's filling out legal paperwork, buddy. Okay? You know how confusing that is at the Social Security office? Hey, can I get Daniel to come down here? Daniel Chase? Hey, yeah, it's actually Chase Daniel. All right, asshole. I don't know who you think you are telling me where to put the comma, but you got a weird name, okay? Anyway, sorry. Thanks for asking. Yeah, I don't think he should be the starting quarterback just because of the fact that he did stink the bed last year against the Giants. And sure, he might get the offense humming for a little bit, but afterwards, he doesn't really do anything.
Well, that's the thing is, he looks like, see, I wish there was some way to like merge Chase Daniel and Mitch Trubisky in like a lab experiment, because I feel like Mitch always looks like he's kind of like shit in his pants when he's playing. Like he looks like he's not comfortable. Chase Daniel looks like he's a veteran QB who just doesn't give a crap and he's going to play really well. But then he doesn't really have any like big highlight plays to show off.
No. He's more comfortable just standing in the pocket and delivering a pass, whereas Mitch, he needs to run around a little bit. He needs play action. Fake a handoff and actually run to the left side of the field, kind of to get his feet going and throw off the defense. Whereas Chase Daniel just has the experience of being a 10-year veteran.
Well, I mean, that makes him 100 years old?
Oh, yeah, he's a very old man. With a name like Chase Daniel, he's probably the first ever Chase Daniel. That's how he got that name.
Well, let me ask.
Ultimately, as long as... Here's the good thing. It wasn't season-ending. If the injury was season-ending, the Bears would have done okay, but most likely, most optimistic, left the playoffs in like the first round. I apologize for the next few noises you're going to hear. Entering my building.
What a West Coast high class piece of ass.
Yeah, that's right. You wanted to call me a piece of work.
I'm gonna call you a piece of shit, but
no, you wanted to call me a piece of work.
Oh, and I love the sound work you're doing by walking inside and now changing the dynamics.
Oh yeah, you know me. Listen, I want these people to know I walked miles to be a part of this podcast.
It's impressive.
Yeah, you know me. Well, thanks for asking.
You're welcome.
Yeah, so honestly, Mitchell Trubisky, I don't like his tiny eyes. They kind of bother me. He posted a picture. He does. He has tiny eyes. I don't like them. They're weird.
Yeah, there's something off with him.
I don't like his eyes. Another thing, they posted a picture of him on Instagram. He's got a patchy beard. Shave that beard.
Yeah,
no, it's not impressive. Chase Daniel has a better beard.
Well, and you are the person to talk about beard,
right? Like I can do that,
right?
Because I got enough testosterone shooting through my veins to make me a real man. Not make me stare down my receivers, and actually grow a beard. So I actually did comment on his Instagram post and let him know, hey, shave that. You got a patchy beard. Clearly, he didn't listen because I also told him, P.S., don't land on your shoulder. Should have looked at that comment, Mitch.
Mitch or bitch?
Mitch.
Well, I think moving beyond Mitch, though, what's going on with Roquan Smith?
Oh yeah, so there were rumors that Roquan had an issue. Something came out. There was a report of a car crash in like a Ferrari or something, and they all assumed it was a DUI that he received, and the team sat him down. It turned out to be false. It was just speculation because they saw, expensive car being crashed on a Saturday night in Chicago. He's being sat, might be him. That was denied. Another thing was, I believe, the death of his aunt or uncle, somebody passing away. That wasn't verified or anything like that. I think somebody else's aunt actually passed away. Not sure. Mike Davis, the running back, his aunt or something passed away. And then the other speculation was something to do with, I saw some crazy ones. I saw that he got upset that the Bears uniforms were honoring the year 1936, and as a black man, he shouldn't be wearing a uniform before black people could play football. But I think that was way too out there. It seems like it was more so just some kind of personal issue, but the team's being very supportive of it, from what I've read. Probably something to do with being down in the dumps. Mental health stuff. But hey, he was still there on game day. He watched from the sidelines, so it's not that he wasn't even allowed to be there. They just held him out from playing to make sure he got his head right.
Well, I mean, I hope that it's something that he can resolve. And I don't even mean in the next week. I just mean in general. I mean, I hope everybody has, their mental health in a place where they feel good.
Yeah. No. He doesn't have to play next week. But if he does, great. Because we need him, but also, the defense did great without him. I had no idea that he was actually out of the game until after the game. That's how good the defense is. So, yeah, take your time, Roquan, if you're listening.
Yeah, his backup did a very good job.
Oh, yeah.
Some guy with a Polish last name.
Oh, yeah. Hey, that's my Twitter handle. Don't go around saying that all willy-nilly.
Well, that I thought I would say it because you are here, and that would like tie into your Twitter handle.
Oh yeah, yes.
And your Instagram is what, last name Polish?
Yes, and if you visit lacoolguy.com, we have a promo code, 20% off. Thanks for asking. If you go on lacoolguy.com, you can click some of the buttons, and it'll lead you to my Instagram and to the wrong Instagram. But I had good intentions, and
is that not something you can change now, or you just don't want to?
Yeah. No. I'm in a dispute. I'd rather not talk about it.
Well, and the other thing is that I'm noticing that when I click on your Twitter, it says this account's tweets are protected.
Yeah. No, I like I said, I'm taking a Roquan Smith approach to all this. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thanks for asking.
Well, yeah, I mean, I like what I'm seeing on lacoolguy.com. I will tell you that.
Yeah. Just use the promo code, 20% off.
And just to be clear, 20% off of...
Yeah, just like 20% off. Mm-hmm. Wherever you can find one of them promo code fields, go ahead and put that in somewhere.
So it's like a hunt to find where you can put in the promo code.
Yeah. It works at a lot of places.
Interesting.
Yeah. I mean, it's a promo code.
Well, I'm excited to try it, and that's exclusive to our listeners here on the show.
Yeah. I am actually the first sponsor of this podcast.
Now, let me bring this up with you. I'm not exactly sure what this podcast is called.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Well, thanks for asking.
Mm-hmm. Right. And so my question is, do you have any input on what it should be called?
Oh, yeah.
And the first episode, I called it the Poo Poo Boy Podcast. But
Ooh.
on YouTube, I've been uploading it as the Footpaul Podcast.
Oh, but you know what? The best part is no Paul.
The best part of the podcast?
Yeah, there's no Paul in here.
Right. So should I change the name? Should I upload under a different name?
I think this podcast name should be the Believe That podcast, because the balloons and the bees were combining together. We put the bees inside the balloons. We get balloons. Believe that, playa. Yes.
Well, I'm on board with all of that.
Yeah, and I don't hear anyone else saying anything else.
No, you're right. And I'm wondering if there's any other jokes you'd like to try out here on the podcast.
What do you mean try out some jokes? I'm being myself. It's very professional, very serious. Thank you. Thanks for asking.
I'm sorry that phrasing was incorrect. Is there any like funny stuff you want to talk about?
Oh, funny. Oh, you only think I'm funny. Okay. Oh, and suddenly, hey, Mr. Insight Football. Stop that. Go back to being funny. Oh, our listeners only want to hear the funny stuff.
Mm-hmm.
We don't want to hear embarrassing. No, only be funny.
Do you have embarrassing? I mean, I'm.
Oh, suddenly I'm Mr. Poke Fun at guy. Oh, he's so embarrassing. Well, I had a stomach ache today, but I listened to Mike and he was so embarrassing. I didn't have a stomach ache anymore. Okay, whatever. Thanks for asking.
Who's saying that?
I don't know. Bullies, man. Can't be trusted out there.
Well, let's talk about bullies. I mean, what gives them the right? You know what I mean?
Bullying. Everybody's got to be a bully once in a while. It's fun to hate. It's fun to sip on the haterade.
I mean, you're sipping on it right now.
Heck yeah, it was 88 cents at Target. That's a deal.
What flavor?
A white cherry.
That's
or as they call it, glacier cherry. Yummy. They use the same stuff that climate change. You ever hear about this climate change? Ooh, just coined the phrase climate change. It's the climate. It changes, so they came up with this word to define it. They call it climate change.
Is it changing for the better?
That's the best part. We don't know. Depends on who you ask. And there's so many different kinds of climate change. Political climate change. Ooh, I'm really cold over here on the left. Ooh, but I'm spicy hot on the right. It's just like, ooh, climate change.
I mean,
what?
I was just gonna say that's interesting that there's so many different. Because when I've heard of anything being like climate change, it's usually geared towards like the environment. But you're saying that this new term that you've come up with applies to just any sort of climate.
Yes.
Political, social.
I didn't even think of it like that. Wow. You really thought this one through.
So now you're turning it on me to say that the thing that you just said was my idea, and you're distancing yourself from it.
Yeah, well, it might have been a bad idea. I don't want to get involved with a bad idea.
Would you lose? Do you think you'd lose a lot of Twitter followers?
Heck yeah, all 65 of them.
That would be rough to have to start back.
Yeah, well, it was cold at the top, but now I'm at the bottom, so it's warm again. With all you nobodies.
Well, thank you for asking.
I'd rather be cuddling with a bunch of nobodies than being all alone with nobody.
And that's nice to hear you say that.
Yeah.
Did you just fart, dude?
No, dude, that was my watch, dude. Oh no, I'm sitting on. Oh no, thanks for asking. No, that's a fantastic question. I'm sitting on a couch in my lobby, and I'm conducting the rest of this podcast here. And just because you hear it doesn't mean it is it.
So
sometimes I go to the gym just to use the bathroom.
What, is it better than the one at your house?
I just like pooping next to 3 other guys. You don't get that at home.
You definitely don't.
Yeah. And I get to pay $29.99 a month to go make a dump.
$29.99.
Okay. Oh, okay. I get it. Oh, funny. Oh yeah, funny. Very funny.
Well, this is
what are you trying to embarrass me now?
No, this is the part of the podcast where it starts to get funny.
No, this is when it gets embarrassing. That's very embarrassing. Hey, you be nice to me, man.
All right, sorry.
I'll unleash the fucking bad stuff on you.
Well, I wouldn't want that.
No, I got a whole can of bad stuff for you, dude.
It is probably under that couch you're farting in.
Yeah, well, it's a whole can.
A good can of
shit. And it's bad.
Yeah, I believe it.
So yeah, I do go there and I make a mess. And if you weren't being such a jerk, I had another thought about how I use the bathroom.
Oh well, don't let me impede on your thought.
Yeah, well, I forgot already because I was so traumatized by your feedback.
Well, my apologies, sir. I never meant to do anything like that.
Yeah. Save it for the holster, dude. In what I was trying to say is, where I work out, LA Fitness. I go there. I use the bathroom there. $29.99 a month to use the bathroom there. Good deal.
And that's all you do there.
Yeah, that's the only machine I got to use, man. That toilet. That's my favorite one.
What setting do you use it on?
Manual. I got a pump flush it. It's not even I got to go into the sewer and trigger the pressure, man. Funny.
Well, I'll tell you, I'm not laughing, but I am loving, and I'm loving you.
Yeah. Well, you're not gonna love what I produce in that bathroom. I will let you know. I've seen a lot of naked men in that locker room.
Any that you really enjoyed?
No, but there's this one guy that goes in there and he blows dries his ass every time. He goes there and he goes up there. He has a towel and then he just turns around and puts his rear to it, and he stands there for I take about 10 minutes. I sit on the toilet. Take 10 minutes for him to blow dry his ass. That's for hands, not your butt crack.
Have you told him that?
No, I kind of like knowing that we're on the same workout schedule. We're on the same poop to as drying schedule.
And that makes you feel good.
Yeah. Because I know the world's still working. Yeah, I still have a grip on reality.